Oh, you're watching.
Okay, dude, what was that?
Slow motion. What's up, everybody? You're watching The Lost Cause. I'm DV.
And I'm Riz.
And we're going to talk about episode 15 of Lost, Follow the Leader. And this is what we know. John Locke takes his resurrected testicles, right? Starts ordering around the others, specifically Richard Alpert, grabs his nuts and says, "Follow me, I'm the mother effing leader."
You gotta love it out of him.
Hey.
Eloise Hawken believes that Jack and the others are from the future, and she tries to make up for giving her son the old rifle to the back map by helping make Jughead go kaboom.
Saeed is a Middle Eastern ninja. What's up?
And Sawyer would never rat out his friends unless it was to get him and Juliet off the island safely.
And Kate is an excellent, excellent third wheel. Alright, and this is what we think. Alright, let's get the sweetness out of the way, alright? You had that scene with Miles and his dad, Dr. Chang, right? Where, you know, Dr. Chang asks, "Are you really from the future? Should I believe Richard Alpert?" Yada, yada, yada. You have Hurley saying, "No, dude, no." And, you know, Chang starts asking him all these questions. And Hurley's finally like, "Alright, dude, fine. Alright, we're from the future, right?" But then, if that's true, then of course Miles is his son. And like, they had that, you know, sort of moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then later on, when they're spying on the submarine, you see Chang yelling at Miles' mom, his wife.
Right.
And, you know, Miles' mom's, you know, being cuddled and all that stuff, and who couldn't use a good cuddle?
Of course.
I'm not inviting you. But, but then you see that why he was like yelling, and like Miles thought his dad was just mean.
Right.
But that was the way to get, you know, the mom off the island. You know, so he's still like being an asshole.
That was cool.
You
You could see him like really excited about it. You know, like, oh no, he's like forcing her to leave. It's the only way she can get her to leave. You know, I love that. You know, and I loved how that whole scene started off too. Like Hurley just has no clue. You know, Dr. Chang's like, "When are you born?" 1934. So you're 44 years old.
You fought in the Korean War? Yeah.
That didn't happen, dude. Yeah. So that whole scene was great, man. And I really liked how it got some answers from Miles, because you could tell that his character was kind of really jaded.
Right.
This the whole time that we've known him, pretty much. He's been kind of fired up and just, you know, kind of F everybody, pretty much. Right. Because of that. That really screwed him up, you know, his whole life.
Yeah, so he's getting sort of sweet and, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
and I liked seeing, like, the human side of Dr. Chang, too. Because, you know, you see him, all the times you see him, he's, you know, just so business, like Hatch, you know, Swan Station, Dharma, everything. You know, he's all about science. Like this. You might be a descendant. But then, you know, then we see him kind of, like, really ask questions and be interested, and he's kind of excited to see Miles grown up, and that it is his son, and everything that's going on, you know, so I did really like that, you know. That
was sweet. Oh, who did you cry? Did you get a tear?
I was crying the whole time.
Oh,
the whole time I was crying.
No, he's a bitch, man. I was like, gotta say,
so we see
the blinks.
But we see Dr. Chang and Miles, and that gives us all like a, you know, like a tearjerker, right? But then on the other side, we have John Locke just coming with the pain. He's just getting more and more raw every single episode. I mean, he's at the point now where, like, Ben is trying to give him advice, and Locke's just like, "Listen, dude, you're soft. I don't want to hear anything you have to say to me. You know, I'm not afraid of you anymore." Yeah. You know, so, like, what do you think about Locke? Like, what's good with him right now?
I love it, man, because he's just like you said, Ben is like trying to, you know, say all this stuff, and Locke's like, "Okay, yeah, whatever. Are you the leader? No, okay, shut up, Ben."
Yeah, really.
You know? And then he's also like ordering around like Richard Alpert, who's like, you know, been on the island since, you know, probably forever, right? And he's like locked in with all the mystical stuff. Right. And Locke's just don't, you know, he's just ordering him around.
Locke's like, "Here, take this, go over there, take the bullet of this guy, say this," and he's listening to him.
Yeah, like he sort of has to. It's like, you know, can I get me, you know, Fanta? Right. You know, and Alpert will have to get Locke a Fanta.
What do you think? Like, why do you think Alpert is obligated to listen to whoever is in charge at the given time?
Well, I think
at one point we saw him kind of taking orders from Widmore, and then he was taking orders from Ben, and now it's like he's taking orders from Locke.
Well, he's sort of like the liaison, you know, between the leader of the others and you know, the island and Jacob, you know, specifically. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. What really bugged me out was when Ben was talking to, you know, Alpert, and Alpert was like, you know, Locke is going to be sort of like a troublemaker.
Right.
And Ben's like, yeah. But then like later on, like Ben goes over to Locke, And he's like, yo, you know, Alfred was talking some shit about you.
Yeah.
You know? And then,
I think that we're gonna see Ben. He's gonna get killed off at some point by something. I mean, he can't disobey the island. We already saw the island tell him like, look, you can't be messing with Locke anymore. Now he's trying to play both sides of the fence. You know, he's gonna get served.
I think Locke's gonna kill him. I mean, because it's only fitting.
Right.
You know, if you think about it. But you know, I guess let's see what happens, because at the end of the show, you know, Ben's like, oh, you're gonna save your people, and you know, Locke's like, nah, I don't know.
Right.
I just told someone all that junk.
Right.
You know, I said, oh, okay, and Locke's like, I really want to kill Jacob.
Yeah.
What?
What I got from that was that I think that Locke is just not physically killing Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he's killing the belief in Jacob.
Right.
Like, he's gonna bring everyone there. He's gonna prove that there's no such thing. I personally don't think that Locke believes that there is a Jacob. He's never physically seen him.
Right.
The first time in the cabin, you know, the rocking chair was just moving a little bit, and this candle blew out or whatever.
Right.
And then the next time, Christian was there, and Christian was like, oh, I'll speak on his behalf or whatever.
So now here's the bug dad thing. Now Locke was always like a man of faith. Jack was always a man of science. Now the roles are sort of reversing, where Jack is like, oh, you know, it's our destiny to, you know, blow up the hatch, right? And Locke is sort of like trying to say F the mystical stuff, you know?
Right.
Let's get down to it. Let's see what's going on.
Well, if you look at it though, I mean, I think that Jack is thinking that because he kind of realizes that where he's at right now, everything's just been shitty for him really since the plane crash.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even when he went back, I mean, he was a hardcore boozer. Like, Kate left him. You know, like on the island. Now he's not in control anymore.
Right.
I think he might be starting to think to himself like, all right, cool. If we never crash, I'm gonna go back to L.A. I'm gonna be a rich doctor. I'll still be like boozing a little bit, but whatever. My life would be the same. It wouldn't have changed. And you know, bury my dad and things will be good. You know. You see Locke. I mean, what's Locke got to go back to? He's got one kidney, no babe, and he's paralyzed.
True that, man.
That's 3 strikes, like in the shittiness category, as far as I'm concerned.
I know. Helen Keller wouldn't even date the dude, you know.
And like now, can you know, for the viewers out there, I want this to be public. Can you agree with me that Kate is losing some stock? Please,
why?
Just tell me. Just tell me.
Stock in what? Like, in what way?
In our battle of Juliet versus Kate.
No, she's winning.
She gets a minus for this episode.
No. She's obviously winning because you had Sawyer and you had Juliet talking like all lovey-dovey, making future plans and all this stuff.
Right.
Then, boom, whose ass do you see coming down into the submarine? Kate's.
Dirtbag.
Kate's. Right? So she comes and then Sawyer and Juliet, they're like, yeah. You know, that was awesome.
But it wasn't because I don't think it was because Sawyer was like felt this obligation, like, oh, I might go back to Kate. It's like they're gonna go back.
No, I mean, not even that. It doesn't even matter.
They're gonna go back into the real world in like 1977 or whatever year it is, and it's only gonna be them 3, and they're the only ones that know what happened, and they're gonna be 30 years before they were even, you know, before like reality. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're gonna have to stick together at some point. I think Sawyer's just like, damn it, like now she's always gonna be like, she's like that friggin' ball and chain, like she won't go away from him. You know what I mean?
But I don't see how this devalues Kate.
Oh, because she turned on Jack too. That's not cool. She was all
but think about why she turned on Jack. She was trying to look for the other.
But she was all crying and everything, like, oh, you know, like it wasn't all bad. And I love that out of Jack though. He's just like, no, it pretty much sucked dating you. I love that out of him. You know what I mean?
I don't think she was right. I'm Team Kate all the way.
Yeah, dude.
No doubt. You know what team you should be on? Team The Lost Cause. Hope you liked that episode. Check out the last one. It's the finale. We might go big.
We're gonna go big.
We might go
big.
We're
going huge.
It might go a little bit longer than 10 minutes.
We're gonna have extras.
That's what I'm saying. You know, we're gonna have me.
We have a budget.
Yeah, it's 0, but it's a budget. You know, we write that down on our ledger. But you know, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. And we're in HD, dude.
I know.
HD, what's up? Okay, I'm DV.
And I'm Riz.
And we're out. Peace.
That really didn't record?
Yeah, it didn't record. Fucking A. You got it, and you do another one, right?
Sure.
Alright, cool. I'm fucking around anyways.
Oh, God, dude.